So I just kind of put my 4 things as to, this is my view of the world, how I see things, but build a business in which time is your friend. So there's been, all sorts of quotes and people talking about it. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So Confucius, or the most powerful force in the universe is compounded interest. That's Einstein. So all types of. So how do you build a business where every day, or how do I build a business to where every day, if we take a couple steps, we will move up this path. And that, to me, is how we think about funding. And overfunding or underfunding a business, overhiring or underhiring a business. I believe there's a certain friction that businesses can grow at, and every business is different. And if you overhire, underhire, overinvest, or underinvest relative to that sort of organic growth rate or accelerated organic growth rate, that you get in trouble. So how do you build a business that through time is your friend? Number 2, I am wrong a lot. And so for me, it's about surrounding me with people who will challenge me and let's figure out how to get it right rather than being right. So a lot of this comes to a culture of making mistakes, a culture of learning, a culture of trying things that haven't been done before, a culture of challenging, well, that's the way we used to do it. So how do you continue to make a business that is sort of solution focused, if you will? 3, which I think is always been important, but today in the world of social media, being authentic. So, I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs when they go out to raise capital about should they change their story because a particular investor wants to hear it a certain way, or they're used to seeing things a certain way. And if it's against their grain of who they are, I coach them no. I think, you have the wrong investor if they see the world in a very different way than you, and you shouldn't compromise on what you're trying to do. So embracing who you are, being the person that you are. I think social media is this digital fingerprint that's out there, so people know and people can smell when you're not authentic. And then finally, which I've heard a lot tonight, is how do you improve the human experience? So I get approached by entrepreneurs from time to time, and their ideas are purely about making money. There's nothing wrong with making money, certainly, but I'm less interested in working with those types of entrepreneurs than people who are actually, giving back to society in some way, triple bottom line, doing well by doing good, moving from less bad to good. So to me, Prius, less bad, still consumes oil, still, drives on our roads and does a lot, but, how do we move to being a regenerative businesses that actually contribute to the human experience in ways? How do food companies make food that makes us healthy? How do shoe companies make shoes that make us healthy? How do companies, and you're starting to see, I think, even the big guys, the Walmarts, the Nikes of the world, are starting to understand this and change internally how they think about business. So some pretty interesting stuff. But anyway, so those are kind of how I see the world.